Hi guys, let's start second section, division of polynomials. Usually we call long division. Yep, let's try long division before we start. Okay, read that. To be able to sketch a cubic function will look like this. Just simply introduced. And x-intercept need to be found. We need to be found x-intercepts. All cubic functions will have at least one x-intercept. Some will have two, and others three. Depends on the function. We'll leave it there yet. However, x-intercepts, which means when what is 0, y equals 0, or p, x equals 0, f, x equals 0. All the same thing, isn't it? Or same as we found root. Okay. In this case, they probably use the word factor. Yeah. When we find x makes equals 0, y equals 0, or polynomial equals 0, we call root or factor. Because of that, to get this, we're doing long division. Okay? So let's see the technique. Before you start, you've done it before. Well, I asked it, but let's start from this. I'll introduce this. 16, okay? 16 divided by, which one I use it? 3, okay? 16 divided by 3. 16 divided by 3. From your primary school, I think. You do 3, 16, so you go and check 3, 1, 2, 3, and then 5, okay? 5, 15, isn't it? And you have 1. Do you remember that? Yeah. And I will use the same thing. Yeah. So 3 is divisor. Yeah. And something divided is dividend. And then we get 5 and remain the 1. The 5 is quotient, and 1 we call remainder. You must know this concept first. I mean, you learn it already, but you need to know that those terminologies. Okay? And remember, when we're doing it, this is like, if I continue, I will have 5.333, keep going, isn't it? So 3, 3, 10, 9, 10, 9, keep going. That's what we're going to get. Or, so this is going to be 5.3, 3, and dot, 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 dot. Or, I can write down 5, which is quotient, plus 1 over 3, plus 1 is remainder over divisor. 5 plus 1 over 3, which means 5 plus 0.33 continues, which is 5.333. Same thing, isn't it? Yep. So that's one way we can express it. Quotient plus remainder over, you have to divide by with divisor. Does it make sense? Yep. If you remember this, you know what to do here. Only difference is we're using letters x plus 1 on the other ones, but exactly same thing. We're doing it. So make sure you understand this part. Okay, let's continue. Second page. For example, it's like 16 divided by 3. You know, I'm just comparing. Yeah, so this is what? Dividend divided by divisor. Dividend divided by divisor. 16 divided by 3. X cubed plus 2x squared minus 13x plus 10 divided by x minus 3. Exactly same thing. So then I can write that down. Same way. It's like 16 divided by 3. Exactly same way. Yep. Whatever we get here, we will call quotient, isn't it? Quotient. And whatever left, if there is left, we call remainder. Sounds good? Okay. So they actually solved it. I'll do that. I'll show you how to do it. Make sure you write down carefully here with the order. Power 3, 2, 1. Okay, it's in order. 3, x minus 3. All you need to do is simply enough. Focus on the first and first. Okay, x times what can make x cubed? That's my aim. X times what? So x times what could be x cubed. That's what I'm doing. X squared, isn't it? Yep. So write down x squared. Sounds good? My aim is this times what will give you that. Yep. I try to go back and check this, which means x times this equals x cubed. Therefore, x cubed divided by x as well. But I usually just go and find it. So x times x squared, x cubed. And then I'll continue. Minus 3 times x cubed equals minus 3x cubed. Sounds good, guys? Yeah? So I did the first one. And then top, like usual, 16, 15. That's what I've done. 16 minus 15, isn't it? Minus. For first one, minus become positive. You can change it. So x cubed minus x cubed. That's why I just put the same thing. That cancels that out. All I need to do, second bit, 3 plus 2, 5. 5x cubed minus 13x, because it's 0, plus 10. Good. And then let's continue. X, first one, and another first one. I focus on x times what will give me x squared. 5x squared. So I need first 1 times 5, so plus 5. So which means 5x. Oh, but I still need one more x, isn't it? So 5x. If I do that, x times 5x, 5x squared. Yes, all right, I can make it. Minus 3 times 5 minus 15x. And then same way, minus become plus. Always opposite numbers, signs here. Cancel things out, I don't need to do it. Minus 13 plus 15 to x. And what's left? 10. So continue, okay? Suppose that's the last one, isn't it? Since it's x there. compare. X will make 2x. X times what? Or should I get 2x times 2, isn't it? So plus 2. 2x minus 3 times 2 minus 6. What you shouldn't forget is you have to do minus. So minus become positive. Cancel that out. 10 plus 6. Don't forget you change the sign. 16. So in this case, what is this? Dividend. Excellent. And divide by divisor. Whatever we get is quotient. Good. And whatever the left is remainder. Excellent. You must know those 4 terms. Okay. So they've done that. Like it's first time doing it. We should practice a bit more. That's what they've done, isn't it? Yep. Also, based on that, from the top, I know x cubed plus 2x squared minus 13x plus 10 equals, it's like this. I'm going this one. 16 divided by 3 divided by 16 divided by 3. So x minus 3 equals same as what? What's your quotient? What's your quotient? In this case, x squared plus 5x plus 2 plus whatever you left, remainder over divisor. Same way. 5 plus 1 over 3, 0.33. So what we put in that way as well. So this one, dividend divided by divisor equals quotient plus remainder over divisor. Also, you can just think of this if you forget. That's probably easy to remember something. Does it make sense for you? Hopefully that will make sense. Okay, here. Not just write down 16. You have to divide by with what? Divisor. Don't forget that. Okay? If you want to know why that happened, go back and check simple numbers, and that will explain it. Okay, let's go and check dividend, quote, divisor, remainder. We've done that. Okay, as there is a remainder left, which means here we have 16 remainder. It's not 0. So if the remainder equals 0, which means x minus 3 is a factor of we'll make that when I put divide by with this, we got 0. Okay, we got 0, remainder is 0. Then we call this is one factor. However, this is remainder is not 0, it's 16. So this is not a factor. Okay, well, we're gonna check that probably. Yeah, remainder theorem, factor theorem, we'll check that later. Yeah, but today, all you need to know is this. That is remainder, so that's not a factor. Okay, if the remainder is 0, then this is a factor. Okay, this is a factor of this function. Remember, equals 0. Okay, make something equal to 0. That's actually related with that. When something is 0, when x equals 0, that will relate with that. So I'll leave it that way. Next one, let's go to example 1. Before we're doing that, can you go to page 251? Page 251. So that's, I just covered those. Yeah. Can you go and do example 5? Without looking at it, you try. You try first. I'll wait. Okay? You try this first. So example 5 first. Before you're doing that. Okay? Example 5 first. Okay. You done that? So example 5, when you do it, divisor here and remainder becomes 0. Therefore, x plus 2 is a factor, okay, of x cubed plus x squared minus 14x minus 12, 4. Sounds good? I can say that since remainder is 0. But we'll leave it there. As long as you can do that, long division, I will be happy. Next one. So this one. I'll show you. I'll do this together. 5x power 4 plus 3x power 3 minus 2x2 plus x minus 7. Okay. Divide by divisor. Okay. All I need to do, we'll continue that. Look at the first one. Yep. That times what will give me this? I need 5 and x, therefore x cubed. Then x times 5x cubed makes 5x4. You happy with that? Yeah? So I did first one, go and find it, and then 2 times that, 5, 2, 10x cubed. And as I said, I need to do minus. So positive become minus, that become minus. Cancel that out. 3x cubed minus 10x cubed minus 7x cubed minus 2x cubed. Good. And then let's go and check that. Minus 7x cubed. I don't have to write down the whole thing because I know I'm only dealing with 2 numbers, so I can write down just 2. You can write down the whole thing, doesn't matter. X plus 2. So the first number, x, and I need to make that minus 7. Yep, we'll make minus 7, and x squared will give minus 7 x cubed, second, 14 x squared. Positive, positive, cancel that out, 12x squared, and then what's the next number left? Plus x. And x times what will give me 12x squared plus 12x. 12x squared. 2 times 24x. Remember, minus, cancel that out, minus 23x. What's left? Minus 7. And minus 23 minus 23x plus now minus 46 minus cancel that out, so 39. Correct? Yeah. So you can rewrite this. Dividend divided by x plus 2 divisor. What we get? 5x cubed minus 7x squared plus 12x 3 remain quotient plus remainder over x plus 2 divisor. Okay, so we have 39, so x plus is not a factor of since this is not equal to 0. Okay, not a factor since we have 39. Okay, you feel okay, confident? Just be careful when you do the negatives. Yeah. Then I can write down quotient, dividend, divisor, remainder, the term. I've also done that same time. Okay. Next question. Next question. It's page 252. Example 6. Yep, example 6. Can you do that question first? Only difference is now we have cube, but we don't have squared number. How can we overcome? How can you overcome? Let's do this question together with me, so you can do it next one by yourself. I'll let you do that first, maybe. Yeah. Try that. What are you going to do? It's still the same thing. Still the same thing. Some people said you can write down 0. I'll let you try first, based on what you learned so far, and then see how can we overcome this issue. Okay. Pause it and try. All right. Let's try this question together. Rather than using any special technique or anything, I'll just write down 3x cubed plus x minus 3. And then x minus 2, isn't it? Divisor. Yeah. Same way, how can I make that? 3x cubed. Just check the first number. 3 times 3, yep, x squared, isn't it? So that will make 3x cubed times with x minus 2 times that, minus 6x squared. And then what you need to do? Minus the whole thing. Minus, plus. Cancel that out. Next, what's important? Can I see any squared here? No. So all I need to do is, what's left? The whole thing minus this, which makes that 6x squared plus x minus 3 left, isn't it? 1, 2, 3 is left because there's nothing there to plus and minus. So just come down here. Yeah, which we're only dealing with the two numbers, so which don't need, we don't need that yet. So that's all I'm dealing with. Same thing. Just that's all you need to do. Okay. And you go and check 6x. Yep, x minus 6x squared. Good. So 6x squared minus 12x. And then I minus the whole thing. 13x. What's left? Minus 3. 13x minus 3. And then plus 13. 13x minus 26. Minus plus. Cancel that out. 23. So I have 3x squared plus 6x plus 13, 23 over x minus 2. Correct. Sounds good? Yep. Can you continue next question? Double check that. Try this question. X. Okay, you do that first. Done it? Okay, let's do this together. Let's do this together. Same way. X times what will give x power 4 x cubed times it and then minus. Good. Cancel that out. X power 4 minus x power 4 equals 0. And then next, minus 3 minus 2 minus 5 x cubed plus what's the next number? 2x squared. And then x times what will make minus 5x cubed minus 5x squared. And the first thing, minus 5x cubed, and I times x with that, plus 2 minus 5 minus 10x squared. Minus the whole thing, plus, cancel things out, 12x squared. Okay? And then write down next number, which is minus 8. Yeah? So let's continue. X times what will give me 12x squared plus 12 times x. So 12x squared plus 24x. And then minus, change the sign, 12x squared minus 12x squared, gone, 0. And can I do that? No, they're not the same degree. So all I need to do, write down x higher degree first, minus 24x minus 8. I can continue more. X, always just check first one. First, minus 24. Therefore, minus 24x times 2 minus 48. And then minus, plus, cancel that out, plus 40. Okay? Should be 40. Yep. I think it's 40. So therefore, x plus 2 is not a factor of since there is a remainder is not 0. Also I can say dividend, divisor, what is this? Quotient, remainder, x 4, 3x, 3, 2x divided by x plus 2 equals 4 plus remainder over divided. Sounds good for you guys? Yep. You probably need to practice enough questions to do long division. You already know what's long division. All you need to learn is this technique. The first number, compare. How can I make what? First number times what will give me that number. And you write it down, expand everything, and then minus. Don't forget that change sign. I will show you calculator quotient and remainder. So every time when you solve some question, you can get an answer using calculator, so you can practice both. Okay, you need to be able to do both. You don't need to do example 7 or 8 in our curriculums. Okay, so don't worry about the book example 7 and 8. That's okay. Only deal with is this with the long division. Good. Oh, that's it. That's it. Yeah. So can you go to question 2 part, page 254. Make sure you have enough practice. Okay, that's all you need to do on Wednesday. Well done, guys.